Lucky escape for crossfire.
So I think we're going to see, like, surely we'll see Helping Hands play an elephant here. In fact, he's just picked the commander now with the Jaeger armor doctrine, and that's sensible. Looks like the Axis are going to try and dominate that left side, fight for the middle VP, go for that elephant in the late game. So I think we know the expectation for what this game is going to be. Now we probably look to Artovik, like, what has he got that is going to be able to help to deal with this? And are we going to see an artillery focus here, trying to keep the elephant off the map at range, or are we going to see maybe something with the Pershing, utilizing the smoke and flank, the speed of that tank? There's a good game incoming.
Yeah, well, I think overall the Allies are just trying to rush the Axis down, try to make sure we don't get into that super late game with the elephant on the field, just close out the match before that even has a chance to happen.
I think we're increasingly less likely to see that, though. Axis seem to be getting their foothold back. The preservation has still been relatively good. I don't think I'm seeing many problems with manpower, which means the reinforcing need hasn't been like over the top. They've managed it. You've got this sneaky Raketin now coming out from the center VP, trying to find a line on the AA half track.
Oh, Flame half track going for the Penal on the left. Oh, but it hits a mine. Oh, and it gets away. Lucky break for the Penal, but I mean, not that lucky. He had the mine there. Oh, and now there's this going for the kill. Flame half track gets away though. Close call for both sides.
These partisans stealthed center VP. In fact, they might have a chance of winning that engagement. They've got the support there from the rifleman. But
I think he's just waiting to ambush something with a grenade.
For sure.
Where's this 222 going? He's diving on the sniper, but getting hung up on this AT gun. Running out of health quickly, just going down to small arms fire.
That's really not a great idea. In fact, he's going to take that final shot from the AT gun. The scout car is down. And as far as I can see, that was the counter to the sniper, perhaps the only one that they've got on the field right now. So diving without using it then, perhaps not a great idea. Of course, thinking in the future, you need the scout car with the upgrade line of sight for the elephant. So throwing that unit, not too great.
Yeah, I mean, if you can guarantee a kill on the sniper, go ahead, but that was by no means guaranteed.
Oh, tightrope, here it is. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I called this one correctly. Just we see from Brosras, Katusha in the build, so the tech to tier 4 is there. Katusha is going to be firing up the center of the map, and when that medium cover comes on, these partisans are going to be unstoppable.
Yo, he's going to activate the spy network. Going to see this massive blob of infantry next to the battle group HQ, and he's going to annihilate it all with that Katusha.
We know where that Katusha is going to fire first. You just take out that battle grouper in the north right now, and I think we can see this thing pick up maybe 5 to 10 kills on its first barrage.
Barrage coming in, not hitting too much though. Schwer also going down, covering the fuel.
God, you know, that's so far back for the Schwer. I think that gives you an idea of how pushed back the Axis are right now. To be building it there, when normally it can be brought forward to cover the VP as well, you know, kind of shows the situation they're in. They need to build it for the tech.
Here comes the caddy. Long range barrage, lots of scatter, almost taking out the Stern Pioneer. Not hitting too much else.
You know, if he's doing this to provide medium cover to hop to, you know, I agree with the scatter, lovely. But if he's doing it to get kills, I really, really don't like seeing players fire from that range, because it is inefficient if you're trying to kill units in one place.
Oh, but so, actually the Stern Pioneers did go down.
Snipers are within range, tightrope.
The Stern Pioneers did go down. Artovik's like flanking with these two riflemen, like all the way to the Axis base almost. And they managed to pick it up on retreat.
Sniper's just uncovered, I think. Did he just run out of the cover there? They're gonna have a knife fight. At this rate.
Oh, they're
One
just
wrong
inching
move
towards
from
each
helping
other.
hands here. You know, it's horrible. There's so much more going on the map right now, but you always find yourself glued to these two units.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a fresh sniper from helping hands, so to lose it here right now would be a really big loss, a total waste of the 360 manpower.
It's actually not been quite as action-packed as the last match, and that's kind of bad for Helping Hands and Crossfire, who are relying on getting to 14 CPs in a timely manner so they can get that elephant on the field.
Yeah, it's been a much more controlled game by Brosras and Artovic. You see the VPs right now, like they own more than double VPs than their opponents 15 minutes into the game. And at this rate, we're not going to see any of that late game.
Oh my
Which
god,
I think
see
Hands and Crossfire are
Katusha.
banking on.
And here it goes.
Both of them together. That is brutal. She wipes the AT gun, so it's a nice barrage. Some of the rockets are actually going a little bit to the right and hitting some of the squads that did move away. So I think actually Crossfire realizes there's two Katushas now. Just no counter to this. No counter at all.
Yeah. Excellent play from Brosvest and Narvik. Clearly they've scoped out.
Snipers are there. Counter snipe's got to go on shortly. Soviet snipers lining it up. I think it misses. Now it's up to Han Solo, the general there from the USF, to try and finish him off with the pistol. I don't think that's happening. Nope, he's dead.
Well, what's this coming down? This is major artillery actually coming down on the battle group. Getting some decent damage in. Allies just pushing them so hard right now.
It's brutal. The Jackson from Artovic is just coming up on the right center of the map. And of course, we're only really seeing light vehicles at the moment. The Jackson, a little bit of overkill, but it absolutely will be able to long range deal with things like the battle grouper if they can get rid of those AT guns.
222's going after the sniper, but doesn't get the job done. Goes down again. There's a rebuilt 222. Pound's desperate to kill that sniper, but no dice.
I hate to say it, Tightrope, but I think this could be a very short game.
Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about. I felt like the Allies were going for like a very early game oriented strategy, and it seems to be working out for them so far. Third Katusha coming in for Brosras. This is the ultimate disrespect.
Was that a squad wipe on the OKW? I think they got a squad wipe and another. That is unbelievable. A lot of models just got dropped. Then there's another Katusha barrage coming in, and these infantry can't even come back in to reinforce. Got the engineers there who are just sitting outside the battle grouper. Kills on the Katusha. You've got one with 16, one with 7. And then you've got
it was
another
9
one rolling
kills
up.
from one on that last barrage and 5 on the other. So that last barrage, they were stacking up the kills. Oh, here comes another one. Really putting a siege on this forward battle group, and it can't stand any longer. Down it goes.
Even Artovic there has just picked infantry companies, already got the munitions for time on target. So constant indirect fire could be used here just to keep access off of any of these territories at the front line. This is a well-orchestrated, heavy early game, rush into the late game tier 4 build. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think they scouted out this is what Hans and Crossfire were trying out yesterday. And Brosvest and Narvik saw that and came up with a perfect counter for it.
Crossfire's going for a Panzer IV. He still isn't out of the game yet, at least he believes. And
you can see what's next on the chopping block. They're going to go after that Schwer. Starting to soften it up with the pack howitzer now.
A capture point is under attack.
Was that an infantry support gun? No, it's Packhauser.
And we really don't.
Oh, big Katusha barrage. It's a retreats, not too many kills.
We
And,
haven't
yeah.
noted as well that actually Artovic during all of this had managed to build caches on the strategic points for his team members, so they've just hugely been benefiting from resource boosts. This whole game, all the infantry attacked up.
About to go down, took a time on target. Jackson finishes it off there. Oh man, not looking good for the Axis. Another Katusha. This is never ending.
There we go. There's the surrender. It's GG to Artovic and Brosras.
This is the 2 versus 2 Masters Cup.
So what a game that was. That was, well, I enjoy it because I think as part of a competitive community, you got to have stomps sometimes. I love them. I was trying to say to Ed yesterday, not every game has to be a 50-minute classic. Sometimes you just get that brutality, and I like that equally. But that's Helping Hands and Crossfire out of the tournament. GG, well played to them. They played excellently well. And Artovic and Brosras as well, bowing out as third place winners, I guess. Can you be winners of third place? Well, they certainly did win that, if that was a thing. And well,
Still a podium spot.
It is a podium position, $200 each. So well deserved for the Italian and the Russian players there. Very good. And yeah, a lot of memes in chat, of course. But you've you've got to give credit where it's due. Helping Hands Crossfire got all the way up to this position and finished 4th in this tournament. And yeah, it's great. And also, as I've got to say, well played to Stormus and Tyro for casting there, but I just love doing camera control. I have to say, in tournaments in the future, we've got to do more of that. It's so nice to just have one guy just chilling out doing the camera and 2 guys doing the commentary. I remember in the first tournament I ever watched, SNF4, that's how they used to do, I believe. So that's kind of cool. I like it.
Didn't we do a little bit for? Didn't we do a little bit during GCS? I think I cameraed for some.
Yes, maybe like players. I can't remember. I think we might have done it once, but it's really nice, trust me. But yeah, let's go over to the stats tree and do some post-game analysis of that. Firstly, of course, the big screen that you always committed to, the overview screen. You can see that obviously Crossfire and Helping Hands had a poor game. There's no two ways about it. Both negative KDs for Axis. And Artovic just bringing the damage for that United States forces. I mean, Tightrope, you pointed it out there. Even being on retreat all the way far north as that Pathfinder and the rifle just waiting for things to mop them up. It was really good stuff from him.
Yeah, such a like they just honestly they scouted the strategy. They knew what to do and they countered it perfectly. I think the issue with Hans and Crossfire is they both went with like low grenadier strategies and they just didn't have enough firepower in the early game. Crossfire went 3 Volksgrenadiers into his tech, and he's just floating quite a lot of manpower before his tech went up. And Hans also went for 3 Grenadiers into tier 2, and that just got them off to a really slow start.
You can see that portrayed beautifully by the army value graph, but one thing I'm really starting to like more and more is points held, now that I actually understand it a bit better. And you can see how the teams diverge and what their roles are. And as we say, Artovic was damage dealer, so we'll just focus on these 2 teams that are successful third place winners. You can see that Brosras was doing a lot of capping. He managed to maintain 8 capture points out of, I believe this map has 13 or 14. So he had the majority of the map just on his own, of his own violation. On the personal,
I think you can see from that, like, Brosras and Artovic, you can see they're focused on pushing those points and capping the map. Actually, here, Helping Hands did a lot of capping. Crossfire seemed to be pushing, do you know what I mean? Like, maybe taking engagements there, because there's relatively little capping being done. But I think you saw that with the rush for Battle Grouper. It was time intensive.
Certainly. Another screen that everybody loves, this always gets like posted on Reddit whenever an ambulance kills somebody. which they love doing. I think Tightrope's also a moderator on Reddit. We get like how many posts a week on Team Killer Ambulances on this personal screen? Like 3, I think. It's been like that for 4 years. Anyway, you can see that the player we had chosen, this is his. You have to wait till you load out of the game to get all 4. I forgot about that. My bad. But yeah, we are now going into the grand finals for those people that are uninitiated with how to follow a competitive event on the internet, which I thought you would be more akin to. This is what stream you're on, but oh well. Yes, we are indeed going to the grand final now. The situation is pitched, and you can also see this cursor. This represents the referees for you. This little pink thing down here, that is Stern Panther updating the brackets for us. Thank you very much to him, and to Ishtari, Kurhi, Brago, all the great guys there. And he just jumped away because he knows that he can hear our voices and we're looking at it. But, no, 9! Neutral corner! Neutral corner! Go straight to it. Thank you, Stern Panther. Great job. But yeah, we're pitched now, guys. We've got our third place winners there. Brosras and Artovik won 2-0 in that scintillating Rails and Metal best of 3. And we're now heading into the grand final. So it's exciting stuff, guys. We're going to go on a tiny wait screen, and it's not only just going to be so we can collect our thoughts and use the bathroom, etc. And then we'll be back pretty soon just to do some more discussion, and then we'll head straight into the grand final. So no, you guys aren't going anywhere, so I don't even have to say it. So see you in a second. Hello everyone, this is a 5-minute warning. A 5-minute warning that the game will commence in 5 minutes. We're waiting for observer delay to tick down. We'll be back with cameras in 2 minutes time. Thank you. Guys, we're about to go live, so if you've got this on a second monitor, you're going to want to tune in.
This is the 2 versus 2 Masters Cup.
Hello there, and welcome to the dance, the final, the ultimate conclusion of this tournament. In the north side, hailing from France, it's Scotch, one half of Gold Path 2 with his teammate Nagano of Russia. They are the allies, and in the south, as we uncover Fog of War, we find Von Asten and Isilda. We are prepared for war. Our casters for today are Stormless and Tightrope, two venerable experts and veterans of the casting as part of this community. And Twitch chat is ready to go. If you're watching on YouTube, you're ready to see the battle unfold, because 3, 2, 1, we are now officially live in Game 1.
Thank you very much, AE, for that lovely handover from undoubtedly the best MC in Company of Heroes ever. And that's right, Game 1 of the Grand Finals. And couldn't think of two better teams. I feel like we've cast this a lot of times before. Gold Path 2. And you've got great teammates with Von Asten and Isildur. Isildur, of course, straight away into special operations. Strategy lockdown. How you feeling, Tightrope?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Interesting. We're starting out on Crossing in the Woods this time. Haven't seen this for a wee while.
It's an interesting map, isn't it, for a finals? This is a very tight map. You've got a lot of, like, you know, very, well, don't want to say narrow choke points, but the center is just, you know, very, very clustered, especially when you're trying to move left and right. You've got a nice wide open map, at least, with the VPs there, but really, you know, when those tanks come in at the late game, it's not easy to move around on this map. It's an interesting finals choice.
Yeah, I thought originally this was going to be like the Game 5 map, but looks like they're going to play 2 matches on it. Oh well, first engagement's going on. Tommy's soft retreating. Also got some fighting over on the other house. Engineers battling it out. Very slow engagement though.
It is, yeah. And Scotch has absolutely no support over there. I think his intention is quite literally just to stop fuel coming in for perhaps 30 seconds or more, maybe a minute. But of course, time is a big resource in any strategy game. Von Asten here is going with the Grenadiers to cut the strategic point, and he will run into the sniper if he goes round, but he's actually going to hide. This is great game sense. Or he's going to move.
Yeah, can he get a super early flank on the sniper? That'd be a big pickup.
I think he's going around for it. And there's no support there, really, just the engineers. Grenadiers open up, and they know that sniper is there. Of course, one shot already taken, so the Grenadiers need to just... They know exactly where that sniper is. Takes the shot. I think it's safe.
Yeah, just kind of dancing along the side of the road. Maybe if he ran down the road, he'd be in trouble, but gets away. Doesn't even take any damage, which is really helpful, because you know, if he took like half health, then you're really at risk of your sniper bringing it out for the next engagement.
Just on the west-hand side there by the Western Munitions, got Nagano, and he's got Universal Carrier, very cleverly just using it to break medium cover on the munitions point and also push the Volks Grenadiers out of their cover position, helping the Tommies get away. So nice early gameplay with the Universal Carrier there. Good start for Axis though, really good map control.
Yeah, but I mean, that sniper... It's going to cause a lot of territory. That machine gun just can't hold the line there for Von Asten. Universal Carrier has popped the Vickers. And 5-man upgrade already for Nagano.
Oh, Grenadiers there. They just found that sniper A little bit too far on the front lines there, not supported by the penal battalions yet, and they do manage to bring it down to half health. That's going to push healing out of the Soviet base for sure. And I think actually, you know, if you want to talk about the start of this game, yes, it's a great start for Axis, but Allies have gone for the sniper. They were slower to get tier 1 units out. Of course, they will have all the tools necessary now to start pushing that map back.
Oh, look at this Raketin right in front of the UC.
Oh,
There it goes.
that is a
So
beautiful
risky.
takedown at the start.
Yeah, like running that UC around on half health, you know, it can go down to one Raketin shot, and he took that risk and it didn't pay off.
See on the right VP there, Scotch laying down some mines. Any early units trying to get on that right-hand side, they're not going to be able to. Of course, Von Asten's on that side, playing as Ostir, so a lot of 4-man squads. The mines can be devastating and definitely stop that advance.
Sniper switching sides now, going over to the left. No healing yet on any of these Tommies though, so can't pester his teammate for some healing on that sniper.
Soviet HQ now includes a field hospital.
The scout car in for Von Asten, sensible choice against that sniper. All he's got to worry about really is mines, and do we see any? He's got the minesweepers on his pioneers, and of course he's just going to need to run up with those, I think, and maybe have a dive on that sniper. It'd be a pretty big pickup.
No, he's got healing and he's just retrieved the sniper back to base, not taking any risk with it. Scotch playing ultra safe. Full retreat, 222, just chasing away all these Tommies on the left-hand side.
Oh, the Stern Pioneers. They just missed that mine. Oh, actually, it's their mine. Sorry, I thought that was a Scotch mine. I was thinking, this is great. Actually, the mine from Scotch is on the right VP, so my apologies there. But actually, it's still dangerous because the scout car is actually heading over to that right VP.
Dances around it.
Gotta love a bit of a fake hype in these games. Get everyone on their toes.
It's actually a very interesting build for Von Asten. He went 2 Grenadiers into the 222. Usually you can't get away with that, but it shows how strong the Axis start was with that double fuel control.
Yeah, he seemingly had nothing for a very long time. Stern Pioneers there. Looks like they're trying to get on top of this sniper. A lot of the models had to turn before firing. That meant damage didn't go off.
Sniper coming
gets
through
out.
the middle, looking. Oh no, gonna reveal itself. I was gonna say maybe he's gonna go for the counter snipe, but reveals it.
Yeah, you can't waste that much time. I think if you keep seeing that Soviet sniper retreating, it's probably best not to waste the fact that you have a sniper as well. Get it firing at some units, picking up those kills, draining the manpower. Scout car here's not got the health to deal with the PTRS penal battalions moving in from the east side at the moment, having to fall back a little. And it's a great turnaround actually from the Allies in this game. They were pushed so far back, but they believed in that build they wanted right at the start of the game, and they're starting to make it work.
T-70 in production for Scotch. So going to see that hitting the battlefield shortly. Puma already on the field though for Isildur, so already going to be able to shut down that T-70.
And we do have AEC that just came in at the same time from the Ghana. We're seeing all these light vehicles hit at the same time. And this is definitely the map, I think, for these light vehicles. You need the speed, you need the flexibility when the resources are as wide as this.
T-70 light tank has arrived.
There's that T-70. It's beautiful icy camo. Perfect for these summer conditions.
Pretty good map control right now. Triple cap cooking for the Allies and also got double munitions, so they're sitting pretty right now.
Gee, yeah, we've got most of the commanders locked in. Von Asten going for Jaeger armor doctrine with special operations. Classic combination, really, with, of course, the recon that just cannot be cannot be shot down. The last pick's going to go over to Nagano. And there's some pretty beastly commanders available to him.
Yeah, well,
I'm
we
really
all know
interested
what
about
a
this.
beast the elephant is on this map. Just can see the entire map, can range the entire map. Very hard to avoid on a relatively small map crossing the woods.
I think they've got the counters for it though, really. You've got Commando Regiment, which has the late game air supremacy. You might get some luck with the mortar smoke cover, you know, if you're trying to approach it. But also, you know, Royal Artillery Regiment might be helpful there in just constantly keeping it away. I mean, I think the options are there. Nagano is actually dropping, I think, the field artillery down on some of the infantry squads on the eastern munitions. And, with any luck, it might get rid of that mine that's lingering. If he hits it now, that would be terrible. In fact, it's a little bit risky leaving those units, though.
And we went in for a light dive on the sniper, didn't get the kill, and had to kite out of there away from the penal squad. Oh, and now that sniper also has to retreat.
Sniper definitely just took a PTRS to the shoulder and walked through it. That's the kind of infantry you want on the front lines.
Oh, this could be a wipe in the middle, looking for a kill on this one model Volksgrenadier. Focus fire on the road, and he gets it.
Beautiful pickup. Beautiful pickup. Nagano and Scotch, they're just masterminds at picking the right opportunities to do this kind of thing. And Von Asten and Isildur, they've got sizable armies. In fact, a lot of it's even healed, but they're still not finding the way to stop this this push. And Nagano and Scotch, they're just working side by side. They're communicating.
Oh, he's going in for the kill on the Puma. Attack ground, and down it goes.
Oh, but it's a
with the
great counter
Raketten
pickup from the
base.
Raketten. Isildur, beautiful.
Still, I think you're pretty happy with that trade as Nagano, because the Puma seems to scale better into the late game than the AEC does.
You see, I've always argued this because of the stun ability that the AEC has. I think that's an amazing tool for the late game, especially if you're looking at you know, some of the bigger tanks. It's a long stun.
Yeah, well, the Puma just it's got I feel like it's got better veterancy, and it also has like the target weak point like ability.
Both are good.
Yeah, and it gives a lot more time now for the T-70 to just roam the field as well, not having to deal with that Puma. Only got one kill on that T-70 so far, though. That's quite unusual, considering how long it's been on the field.
I think he's been unlucky. Most of that push at the last minute or so was done by infantry. We just see on the right side, scout car actually delivering blows to the mines, which are being brought up by the pioneer squads from Von Asten. So I think he knows he can't really push out. It's going to be slow. Let's see the pioneers to scout the mines first, then move up.
Secondary
Recon
rounds.
there from Von Asten has just come up, so I think Von Asten here is probably going to be scouting a little bit of... It's actually not looking in the base. This is entirely in the area behind the VP on the right, so perhaps looking where the sniper is.
Pack's still alive, forcing away the T-70, but Penal's coming around the side. Might be able to get the kill on the Pack here. And do. And then going for the satchel.
The MG guy was reloading, and that just gave enough time without suppression to get that satchel off. The AT gun is down, so Von Asten will have to spend manpower to build that again. It's a big blow.
Yeah, really good
recon
start
here.
here.
Sorry, Tyro.
No, okay, you go ahead.
I was going to say the recon has spotted the sniper location, so Von Asten knows where it is, knows it's still in the field. He's getting his sniper into a position right now for it. And I think actually this is dangerous. Fortunately, the Scotch's sniper just moved out of the way, and he may have been able to snipe if he'd stayed where he was. The Stuka in the southwest. Oh! That's a whole squad of Tommies down with a beautiful first hit from the Stuka.
But he did lose an MG34, and it looks like these engineers going for the steal. No, he's going to pick it up with the Tommies. Not going to muck around. Good walking Stuka barrage though. Good first barrage.
Yeah, that squad wasn't even bunched up, so that was a really big hit. Just seeing Stern Pioneers from Isildur, they're constantly getting this mines notification pinged, on his feed. So it's kind of scary. Constantly mines everywhere.
Guys, just do me a favor. Would you stop sharing your webcams with me? Try again.
We better.
Is it me or is it Dan?
It's better now. You turned into robots momentarily, but sounds good again now.
No worries.
Did it refresh itself? Let's go again.
Yep.
Here we go.
Sorry about that. Whilst we reconfigure some of the audio. T70 here in a little bit of trouble. Tried to flank around the back of the MG42. Took a Faust from the Grenadiers. And now the scout car is trying to push it on incendiary rounds as well. Help to finish it off. Beautiful play. Sniper there is still waiting to counter-snipe Scotch's sniper.
Bit of a flank coming in here from Scotch. Manages to wrestle control of that building, force the MG out with the threat of the satchel. Didn't quite have the munitions for it, but just the threat was enough. And full retreat for Von Asten. Might even be able to get the sniper if he's super lucky here. Nope.
Gee, this is I feel like it's going to be difficult for Scotch now. He invested in 2 of the PTRS squads, so his anti-infantry capabilities really rely with the shocks and the engineers now, and I don't think it's enough against this 3 Gren sniper, 2 MGs. I think actually he's going to find himself...
Actually just went down for Nagano on the munitions on the other side. So one squad of them down for Nagano.
We're definitely coming into an Axis phase right now. Stuka firing up through the center. It's right on top of one of the Vickers machine guns. And it's going to force that retreat.
Supply sector under attack.
Yeah, Axis pushing back strongly right now. Back and forth on this map. Nice rifle grenade. And Nagano, meanwhile, they're actually pushing back unopposed on the left-hand side, getting a lot of territory right now.
I think this is going to be relatively short-lived with the Volksgrenadiers and the Stern Pioneers there. There really isn't any support. Nagano seems to be going now through the middle, so that side probably not going to be long-lasting. Interesting, though, I don't think Axis got as much out of that counter-push as I think they should have done. In fact, I think they may have even lost territory from a great position to start moving out.
Oh, Tier 4 is down. Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
for
Von
Scotch.
Asten there trying to chase with the scout car over the sniper. There's a mine and an AT gun that takes that down.
Enemies inflicting losses upon us.
And I think the scout car, is so important because we talk, again, it's the Jaeger armor doctrine pick. And having the scope in the scout car is very good for sight when you bring that elephant out.
Nagano pushing through the middle with this Tommy squad. He has upgraded grenades with these Tommies, giving them a lot more fighting power. They can kind of fight back against the Volksgrenadiers, go grenade for grenade. Might even get the wipe if he's lucky. Oh, on the road. Close call for
Very
Isildur.
lucky. Very lucky.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Allies with strong control right now. Double fuel. Triple cap as well.
We are losing a
It's really surprising to see this because Axis were in such an amazing position like a minute ago, and it just nothing really happened with it. In fact, Nagano and Scotch just held that so well. Now look at the map control, like you say, the 3 stars at the moment. It's a lot. Stuke is ready to go. We've got tier 3 going up for Von Asten, so we might start to see those medium vehicles come out, which might make the difference. But just arriving on the field, fresh in for Nagano, is of course the Cromwell. And that's going to be a big change. It's got a nice window of opportunity to just mess up the front lines a little more and allow allies to do some frontline defenses there.
Gonna run straight past this Rakitten and force it to retreat. So it does have 2 Rakitten, so it can fight it off somewhat, but still around 50 fuel away from the Command Panther, so this Cromwell's got a bit of time